provided by Thomas Allgaier and Frennis, based on the most relevant posts on LinkedIn about channel marketing in CW 25 and 26. Frennis is a B2B market research company working with enterprises to optimize their campaigns with account and executive insights far beyond AI. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into the current landscape of channel marketing. What's been really fascinating to observe, I think, are the incredibly dynamic shifts in channel partnerships. The recent insights popping up on LinkedIn really highlight how fast the space is evolving.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, our focus is really tight.
Yeah.
It's on the top channel marketing trends we saw across LinkedIn for calendar weeks 25 and 26. Our mission, like always, is to pull out those really important nuggets of knowledge to help you, our listener, get up to speed quickly and efficiently. It's all about understanding not just what is shifting, but really why it matters for your strategy right now.
Okay, so let's unpack this. First up, it seems like a really foundational piece is technology and tools. When we talk about this rapid evolution, how are platforms and automation, reshaping the actual operating backbone for managing these partnerships?
Well, what's interesting isn't just that PRM platforms, partner relationship management, are being talked about, but how they're being viewed.
Yeah.
It's changing. Arsh Lambo, for instance, he made a great point that for startups, these platforms are, game changers. They centralize management, speed up onboarding, give you real-time insights, and help build stronger relationships. It's moving way beyond, spreadsheets and manual stuff.
Yeah, that makes total sense, moving from chaos to order, basically. But okay, beyond just internal efficiency, what about the partner experience itself? I saw Steffi Thorlikin mention how upgraded portals and visibility tools are actually enhancing that experience, kind of extending the brand equity into every single customer touchpoint. And speaking of tools, what about AI? Is it making an impact here yet? It feels like it's everywhere else.
Oh, absolutely. AI is definitely emerging as a significant force, not just for streamlining things, but for enabling totally new possibilities. Kenny Brown, working with Partner Fleet, specifically mentioned their AI listing builder. It's designed to streamline content creation for marketplaces. That directly tackles a major barrier to ecosystem growth, right? And Stephanie North echoes this too. She sees AI and automation as genuinely transformative for partner ecosystems. You get data-driven insights, scalable engagement, things that just weren't feasible before.
So we're talking about a much broader tech wave here, not just like minor upgrades. John Gibbon really emphasizes this. He's even talking about a potential 1000x API growth in this AI era. His point is about leveraging APIs for agentic AI, AI that can actually do things autonomously based on goals to boost revenue and adapt. And when you see the range of tools available now, wow, George Vitko put together this really comprehensive cheat sheet. It covers everything. Warm intros, affiliate marketing, CRM, automated outreach, referral marketing, co-selling, the works. It really drives home his point that, smart teams in 2025 need structured systems and effective tools. It's not optional anymore.
And that really cements the strategic importance of tech, doesn't it? It's becoming central. Asher Matthew highlighted Salesforce, making a pretty big move, integrating Partner Cloud right within Sales Cloud. Now, that's not just a feature update, it's a strategic elevation. It positions partnerships as a core function for multiplying deals. And Harbinger Care backs this up, noting that integrated PRM software isn't just nice to have. It measurably improves engagement, communication, enablement, and crucially, the overall ROI. It's basically the nervous system for good partnerships. Okay, so now let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about partner enablement and activation. Because, let's be honest, signing partners is one thing, but making them productive, active contributors, well, that's a whole different challenge. So the big question is, once you have them signed, how are companies actually making sure partners deliver results? Real results.
That is such a critical distinction. It's the difference between just a logo on a slide and an actual revenue stream, right? Michelle Teo made a really crucial point about using objection handling playbooks and battle cards. She calls them actionable insights for driving mutual revenue. It's about actively moving partners from just being signed on paper to being truly activated, out there selling. And Rachel Colley adds to that, stressing the need to shift from just counting logos, which is easy, to building partnerships that genuinely deliver. That means clear, ideal partner profiles, meaningful enablement. It's really a focus on quality over just quantity, isn't it?
Absolutely. And Christina Carstenson's insights on effective turnkey partner programs fit right in here. Those ready-to-go frameworks partners can adopt quickly. She stresses needing strategic alignment and follow-up content, not just one-off tactics. It has to be a connected, ongoing journey for the partner, making sure they have what they need when they need it.
And that connection needs to happen internally too, right? That alignment piece. Franz Josef Schrepf highlighted this, saying that involving sales teams early in partnership design is vital. He actually called not doing it a huge mistake. Because that early involvement builds sales trust and, importantly, confirms there's a real customer need. It avoids friction later. Patrick P. Warisic also shared strategies for bringing partners along during big industry shifts, focusing on educating legacy partners, unlocking cross-portfolio selling. It's about managing that change effectively.
And building on that commitment idea, Nassim Danjum pointed out how companies like Shopify are really doubling down on its commitment to partners. They're empowering them with better matching, scaled enablement, improved revenue share, more investment in partner-led demand gen. It's all geared towards fueling merchant growth. It shows a really clear, holistic commitment to their ecosystem as a core growth engine.
Okay, so this all naturally leads us to the bottom line. How are these partnership strategies actually translating into pipeline and revenue? Because at the end of the day, that's the metric everyone cares about. What are the practical steps and shifts we're seeing?
Yeah, it's definitely a key challenge. Rick Courier, after having over 100 conversations with partner marketers, shared some pretty stark observations. He noted major hurdles in nurture, engagement, and qualifications, specifically within the partner channel. And he highlights that teams are actively looking for low-lift solutions, especially for new leads and those dormant ones, because, traditional marketing automation often falls short in the complex, relationship-based partner world.
That's a really good point, the unique challenges there. Will Taylor offered some hard truths for partnership leaders on this. He emphasizes focusing relentlessly on the buyer journey, prioritizing co-marketing over sometimes problematic co-sell motions, where both teams try to sell together, and ruthlessly connecting all activities back to core revenue metrics, no vanity metrics. So what does this mean for strategic growth going forward? Are partnerships becoming a primary engine?
It really seems like it. Alex Richards definitely views partnerships not just as a channel, but as a strategic engine for growth, scale, and retention. He says this is especially critical in today's AI-first markets. And get this, he points out companies with mature partner programs are 24% more likely to beat revenue targets. That's significant. And Tyra Edigan's report backs this up too, highlighting successful partner sales strategies, things like integrating ecosystem data right into rep workflows, structuring co-sell around shared pipeline visibility, all aimed at cutting down customer acquisition costs. It's about smarter collaborative selling.
Okay, it's really clear the how of partnering is shifting big time. So beyond the specific tactics, what about the best practices? What defines truly effective partnerships now as the whole ecosystem keeps evolving?
This theme really brings out the human element, I think, and the depth needed for real collaboration. Amy Roberts used this great analogy describing partnerships as two villages across a valley. It highlights the need for shared purpose, constant dialogue, and joint accountability. You have to build that bridge. And Kevin C. Shrigley also stresses just how fundamental it is to deeply understand clients and cultivate truly exceptional B2B relationships. It's about genuine trust and connection, not just, transactional deals.
Right. And building on that connection, strategic positioning seems more vital than ever, especially in crowded spaces. Sam Bush argued pretty forcefully that partner marketing is a growth strategy, not just some support function, especially in massive ecosystems like Microsoft's. And Erica Hackinson expands on that, talking about the challenge of standing out in that same Microsoft ecosystem when, as she puts it, every partner leads with the same vendor badge. How do you differentiate? Martin Pietrzak nails it too, saying specialization wins in the partner ecosystem. You can't be good at everything anymore. Deep expertise matters.
Exactly. And understanding the wider ecosystem dynamics is also key. Ajit Ramachandran offered some fascinating insights into strategic distribution partnerships in fintech. He classified different archetypes: pure distribution, capability enhancing, hybrid ecosystem partners, different ways to collaborate. Hitendra Naik identifies companies like Nike and Microsoft as ecosystem orchestrators. They actually build the conditions for others to grow with them. They become these central hubs. And I'd love to Still Smith's perspective on understanding your company's pace. Are you a whale, a shark, a minnow? Knowing that helps define your competitive strategy.
That's a powerful way to think about strategic fit, yeah. And we're also seeing some interesting engagement strategies emerge, too. Rob Moyer observed that simple things, like roundtable dinners, are actually outperforming traditional campaigns sometimes. Why? Because they foster real knowledge sharing and trust among peers. He called it partner marketing in its most human form. Back to basics, in a way.
Yeah, but even with all this progress, we can't ignore the challenges and, maybe more importantly, the mindsets that can hold things back. Mehmood Lodi pointed to an erosion of trust in some tech partnerships. He suggests it stems from focusing too much on the quantity of partners over the actual value they deliver. And Jasper Lunio stresses that a truly great partner strategy needs buy-in and execution across the whole business, not just the partner team working in a silo. Wilbur Averill also clarified a crucial point. True partnerships create competitive advantage by solving buyer problems together. It's not just about collecting logos or swapping pitch decks, it's about shared value creation. So, if we're trying to connect all these different threads, looking ahead, what are the innovations really shaping the future of channel marketing? What's next?
Well, one area that got quite a bit of buzz was creator brand collaborations. Lindsay Gamble, Shrivar Totaria, and Sindhu Biswal all talked about YouTube's new open call feature. It basically democratizes how ad content gets sourced, letting creators pitch directly to brands. That's a really interesting shift in potential channel dynamics.
Definitely. And no surprise, AI continues to be this central transformative force. Greg Portnoy suggested a really interesting paradox. He thinks that as AI drives up all the market noise, the human element becomes the ultimate differentiator, which makes partnerships even more essential for those warm intros and trusted referrals. Peter Laurent adds that agentic AI gives channel partners a huge opportunity to shift focus, move away from just tech implementation towards leadership and value creation, stuff that AI can handle more independently, using AI to elevate the human role.
Yeah, and this all seems to point towards much more holistic go-to-market strategies, right? Moving beyond silos. Rohan Ahayer pointed out that modern B2B GTM isn't just isolated motions anymore. It's about building momentum through integrated product, partner, and operations roadmaps. Everything has to connect. Vibhuti S. reinforced this with a story about a founder who managed to turn partnerships from what people saw as fluff into a core GTM function, completely changing their growth trajectory.
It's undeniable. The evolution is happening fast. Katie Landau noted the clear shift from partnerships being simple add-ons to becoming truly strategic collaborations, driven by higher customer expectations and companies realizing they just couldn't win alone. Jay McBain states partners now want recognition and incentives across the entire customer journey, not just getting paid at the deal close. It demands a much broader view of value. And Stephen Kiernan neatly outlined key partner program trends we're seeing. Value-based mechanics, clear paths to profitability for partners, genuine partner choice, simplification, and modern incentives beyond just old-school rebates. It's a full transformation.
Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive, remember new episodes drop every 2 weeks. And be sure to check out our other editions covering account-based marketing, field marketing, AI, and B2B marketing, MarTech, go-to-market, and social selling. Thank you so much for diving deep with us today into the fast-moving world of channel marketing. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and deep dives into strategic marketing.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. As AI becomes more ingrained in marketing, how will that increasing reliance actually elevate the strategic importance of human-led partnerships? And what critical thinking will you need to navigate this evolving landscape? Something to definitely ponder as you shape your own strategies.